Well, Georgia absolutely meat slapped Vanderbilt. What was it, ended up being 55-0 or something like that. Yeah, I know Vandy's terrible. I'm not going to get on here and really brag or anything, but it was good to see Georgia get off to a fast start, something they've struggled with over the last few weeks against inferior teams. Not the case today at home in Athens for homecoming. A good performance for Georgia heading into their bye week, which I think is good for confidence and just, for whatever else. They get a bye week now, and then sort of the home stretch of the regular season. Florida in Jacksonville, Tennessee at home, on the road at Mississippi State, on the road at Kentucky, and then Georgia Tech at home finish things up. And then whatever after that. This Tennessee-Alabama game, man. Alabama 49, Tennessee 42. Somebody's going to be heartbroken in about 30 minutes. I'm live streaming over on a Patreon page, but I wanted to go ahead and make this post-game Georgia video. I thought Stetson Bennett played great, and Stetson doesn't have a harsher critic than me, but I'm fair when it comes to Stetson Bennett like I am everybody else on Georgia's roster. When he plays good, I get on here and say it. When he plays bad, I get on here and say it. And he hasn't looked good the last 3 games. He looked good today. 18 of 20 in the first half. I mean, 90% completion rate in the first half for 215 yards. They yanked him in the second half. Carson Beck led a couple of touchdown drives. Brock Vandergrift got in at QB at the end. I saw where Ladd McConkey got some sort of an injury and was helped off the field there, kind of limping. I'm not exactly sure the extent of that injury right now. I'm hoping it's nothing. Kind of the goal going into this game against Vandy. You knew Georgia was going to win. It was just a matter of how much, right? So the goal going into this game, knowing we've got the bye week next week and then sort of the home stretch of the regular season, let's get in and out of this game with no more injuries, right? Instead of getting injuries, let's try to get some people healed up heading into the bye week and see what we look like there coming out of that bye week health-wise, particularly with some of the wide receivers. A couple of the running backs are a little banged up. On defense, of course, Jalen Carter hadn't played in 2 or 3 weeks. Hopefully we get him back soon. So that was kind of what you hoped heading into this game, right? That maybe you get to see some of the young QBs in the second half because that means Georgia's out to a huge lead and avoid some injuries. And I think for the most part we did that. We'll see what's going on with Ladd McConkey. But a good win for Georgia. Like I said, I'm not going to beat my chest about beating Vandy. Beating Vandy 55-0 is what a top 5 team should do. That's what Georgia went out and did. So LSU and Florida just getting underway. This might be a good game. I picked Florida. It's home game for Florida. I feel like as long as Anthony Richardson doesn't turn the ball over, and that's a big if, because he loves turning the ball over. But as long as Anthony Richardson doesn't turn the ball over, I think Florida should be able to handle LSU at home. And how about this? TCU was trailing the whole game to Oklahoma State. Came back and tied it up with a minute and a half to go at 30 apiece. Now we're in overtime. TCU got the ball first in overtime. They've scored a touchdown. They're up 37-30. These are 2 undefeated teams now. I know we focus on the SEC and maybe some, Ohio State or whatever, but TCU and Oklahoma State are undefeated, 5-0 each. One of these teams is going to remain undefeated and one's not. We're in overtime. TCU 37-30. Oak State with a chance now to try to tie it up. Florida has scored already in this LSU game. They had a huge kickoff return right as I started recording this video, and they've gone down the field and scored. So they're going to be up early 7-0. Tennessee facing a critical 4th and 5 here with 4 minutes to go. They're down 7. Let's see what happens here. 4th and 5. Hendon Ho back to throw. Scrambling, running for his life. They're chasing him. He gets rid of it. Intercepted by the Gumps. Wow, look, Kool-Aid. That's that Kool-Aid. What is that, an 80-yard return? Hey, game's not over. Oh, there's a flag down. Flag down. Check the flag. Check the flag. Anyway, I'll make a video when this game is over. Well, are they going to tell us now? What are they doing? They're going to call pass interference on Bama, I bet you. It looks like pass interference, to be honest. They're talking about it, but it looks like pass interference. They're talking about it, but the replay, it looks like pass interference on Bama. So that could be a huge break for Tennessee. That could have been a back-breaking play right there for Tennessee. So we'll see. Anyway, shout out to my dogs, 55-0. On to the bye week. Get healed up, get some players back from injury, and we'll see where we're at. Good luck, Tennessee and Alabama. Come down at the end. They still haven't made a decision. I don't know what all they're talking about here. Look, they're still talking. It seems to me if it was pass interference, it's pass interference. Announce it and let's go. Anyway, here they go. What are they going to say? Yep, pass interference on Bama. So interception doesn't count. Tennessee's going to get a new set of downs and a new life here. 3:47 to go. Bama 49, Tennessee 42. Boy, this is going to be heartbreaking for somebody. Can the Tennessee fan... I'm going to make a prediction. I don't know who's going to win. Tennessee may come back and win this thing. If Tennessee loses, though, I'm going to make a prediction. The Tennessee fans, it's going to be the biggest moral victory in the history of YouTube. That's my prediction. Tennessee fans aren't going to act like they lost. They're going to brag that they lost. They're going to talk about how amazing it is that they barely lost or whatever the case. If they even lose, they may win. After that penalty, they're down here inside the 15, 10, 11, 12, 13-yard line. A touchdown and an extra point will tie it up. So we'll see. Whoever wins or loses, well, whoever loses, Uncle Lou's going to be pointing and laughing at you all next week. But whoever wins or loses, either way, I'll be back after the game. I'll make another video post-game Tennessee, Alabama. Touchdown, Tennessee. Touchdown, Tennessee. We're going to be tied up with about 3 or 4 minutes to go. Boy, this is going to be a good one.